Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
Andrew, do you know who Chase Young is?
Yeah, of course.
No. My point is, I don't either.
Hey, Drew.
These
it's your
defensive
boy.
teams. Kate Cunningham, what? Mike, just concede, man. It was about not being in the play-in, bro. Just concede. Just concede already.
We're back
What's going
with
on
another.
with Mike's video?
I know.
What an absolute wild Monday night game. Chargers end up getting the win in overtime. Lots going on in the college football world. I mean, it is absolutely insane. Welcome back to another episode. Jam Packed. What is up? I'm MK. I'm your host. And yeah, lots going on. Anyway, without further ado, let's bring in some of our guys. We've got from the depths of the ocean, Bro, what's going on, buddy? And taking a page. I think everybody like Drew finally came back with like all his lights on, and now everybody is taking a book out of out of Drew's page from the depths. It's so dark you can't see him. John M83. What up, John?
Hold on. I got technical difficulties. Let me see if I can work this out real quick. My bad.
It's all good. It is all gravy. And we haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. What is happening? We are blessed today. Absolutely blessed.
One eternity later.
With Jack Esme. What is up,
What's
Jack?
up, boys?
Oh,
I'm sorry
my
I haven't been
goodness.
out here this last few weeks, but we're back today.
Let's go. Let's go. Absolutely crazy scene in tonight's game. I don't think I've ever seen the Eagles turn the ball over that much.
Whew, that was rough, man. Not a good night for Jalen Hurts for sure.
Definitely not a good night. If you had him in fantasy football, I am sorry you lost your playoff game. not good at all. Anyways, let's go and recap. Oh my gosh, I'm choking. This is not. Oh my gosh. Let me pull up. I totally forgot to pull up our weekly pick'em. Let me pull this out, dude. What did you see in tonight's game? Like, what is happening with the Eagles?
It's tough, man, because I don't know. Like, obviously, with how well their defense has played this year, that their defense gives me hope each week, to at least stay in the games. And yeah, all their games are close, which is nice because they at least have a shot in each one. It was nice to see Saquon do better tonight, but I don't know. It's just the offensive flow is just not there. It's kind of reminding me of the 2023 collapse a little bit.
Yeah.
When they had that 10-1 start and then they lose 6 of their last 7 games. It's not quite there for this season, but it's a little bit reminiscent of that. Their defense is definitely better than that year was, but yeah, it's just tough to see, man. Like, the O-line is not performing the same. Lane Johnson is on IR right now, and Jalen, I don't know. Jalen Hurts is a winner, but he's just he's not the consistent passer that the Eagles need him to be right now. And I think that's just made their offense just stagnant, and that's why they can't win right now.
It's so weird to see the polar differences in the Eagles offense and the Chargers offense. Like, the Chargers O-line is badly beat up.
Yeah.
Right? They're working on second, third, fourth string tackles, right? Practically all season. And I wouldn't say that the Chargers have the most prolific weapons on the receiving end. I mean, Lev McConkey is his own, but outside of that, I don't think they have a tier 1 type receiver like Hurts does, right? It was hard to see. Mind you, Herbert came off of hand injury 7 days ago, or had hand surgery 7 days ago, and is playing in this game. And it was hard to see him actually get somewhat of good protection, but nowhere to throw the ball. I mean, kudos to Eagles, secondary and covering everybody, but there were a lot of coverage sacks for sure. Like, he had time to throw, shoot, nobody's open. I can't stand here. I got to move, got to get off my point. Maybe there's a crease right here. Oh, nope. That crease closed quickly. It was wild to see, dude. I don't think I was ready for that, essentially.
Dude, the Eagles, they haven't gotten home on quarterbacks all year this year. Like, I think, what was it, coming into the season? Sorry, not coming into the season, but coming into this game today, they were one of the lower teams in sack numbers. I think, let me see, they're in the bottom half of the league. They're like 6th lowest or something. But then they get 7 sacks on the Chargers, and they still, aren't able to win the game. Like, something they've struggled in all year. They do well at that, but the turnovers is what really killed them. But
by far.
Yeah.
By far. Watching Hurts get 2 turnovers in the same play was a little odd. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen that. Throw the pick. The guy fumbles the pick. He recovers the fumble and then fumbles that recovery to give it back to the Charger. Like, it was such a wild event, series sequence of events that it was nuts. To recap on our weekly pick'em, here's our weekly pick'em up there in the QR code right up there on the left. If you want to join us, make sure you join us. We always have a good time. And I don't want to brag, but
hey,
your boy got 9 right picks. Let's go.
We need your secrets now.
Well, if I go into my secrets, I'm sorry, my guy, but I ended up picking the Chargers to win that game.
I did too. Like that was the one positive for me tonight. Is I was like, okay, I got the pick right at least.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. The Chargers are beat up, but somehow they keep winning close games, and Philly just looks discombobulated on offense. I also picked the Texans to beat KC. Wow. Like, so I got a couple of upsets right, even though this Bears one should have been. Oh man, I was so mad. I'm like, oh, they were so close to getting that win. Let's go through this recap. I'm gonna actually go to a different entry here so that we can go to the next week. We'll go do a quick recap. The Lions ended up beating the Cowboys 44-30. Despite CeeDee Lamb was on a roll. He was on an absolute roll until he got his concussion.
Yep.
Because he was completely dominating that secondary. He was straight balling. Had he, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say, had he not gotten that concussion, because I mean, he got hit pretty hard. Had he not gotten that concussion, I believe the Cowboys would have won that game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that
because once CeeDee went down, Pickens was being covered all night, but the guy that was their leading receiver outside of CeeDee Lamb was like, I don't even know his name, number 19. I don't know who he is, but
exactly.
I was like, who is this guy? He's catching all the passes, bro.
Who is he? Oh, why does Dak have to go there? Like, what's Pickens doing? Like, apparently he's only a number 2 receiver. I don't know.
Hey, but how about Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery though, running big in that game when Cowboys have been stopping rushers for most of the season. The Lions did a really good job on the ground.
You're not wrong. I think Gibbs had 3 TDs that game.
Jeez, dude.
3 tutties, not too bad at all. We got the Titans in the 31-29 win over the Browns. A little bit of controversy though. So I looked up a bunch of the stats for this game. It is Shador is the first rookie receiver this rookie class to throw. Hold on, I have it here. To throw over 300 yards. He had 364.
Wow.
And 3 touchdowns.
Dang.
Yet they decided to go Wildcat on the very last play to take them to win the game or take them into overtime, essentially take them into overtime because it needed the 2-point conversion. And Judkins was supposed to, it looks like Judkins was supposed to give a reverse, misses the reverse, or maybe he saw something and decided to keep it and they didn't get the 2-point conversion. But for whatever reason, I don't believe, and I could be wrong, but I don't believe Shador was in on that play. Or maybe he wasn't. He was lined up at wide receiver and they were trying to do a Philly special. Who knows? Can't do that, man. Can't do that. Come on. Congrats to the Titans for their 2nd win of the season, though.
Let's go.
We got the Dolphins. I think this was no surprise. Dolphins end up winning 34-10 over the Jets. This was quite a little bit of a shocker. Saints come and get the win 24-20 over the Bucks. I did not catch this game. Did any of you catch that game at all? Any of the highlights of this game?
I saw the score and I was shocked.
I'm like, I don't know what happened there.
Luka dropped a touchdown that should have probably won that one. So
no, that's right. Emeka, you got this. You got this late. You know, you got a long career ahead of you, my guy. Come to the Raiders. I mean, no. All right. We love you. Daniel Jones suffers a concussion in the Colts loss to the Jags 36-19. Rumor has it, and I'm pretty sure Adam Schefter already tweeted it out, but the Colts are bringing in Phillip Rivers on a workout.
That'll be interesting.
So Daniel Jones goes out on injury. He gets a concussion. They put in Riley Leonard, the rookie. He gets he goes out with an injury, so now they're scrambling. Are they just not that sold on Anthony Richardson? Is Anthony Richardson on IR?
I think he's still.
Yeah,
I think
he's hurt.
I think he's been on IR for a bit.
He did some stretch, and he had like a band that had a pole tied to it, and then the pole smacked him in the head, and then it was like some crazy freak. I don't want to say accent, but I don't know what else to say, and then like smacked him in the head, and then he's out for like maybe a couple more weeks, I think.
Oh man, that sucks. How desperate are you though to like? You reached out, or you don't have any faith in anybody else in the league, or like even remotely close to the league, like not even a scout team quarterback, to where you have to call Phillip Rivers, who hasn't played since 2020. He hasn't played for 5 years, and you're bringing him in on a like. I'm a Phillip Rivers fan. Like, I love the guy's grit and how he plays. But do we really think he's going to be the answer?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be absolutely nuts. And John and I,
he's retired from the league, has to do something to like. I don't know, man.
Well, John and I had a discussion yesterday on, hey, where do we think Kyler Murray is going to end up? Yeah. And I named like 4 teams who I thought, okay, well, these guys are going to probably go for a quarterback or need a quarterback, or Kyler would be an upgrade of the quarterback they have now. But do the Colts go after him?
Interesting.
Just for backup?
The crazy thing right now is
I think Kyler Murray would be a good backup quarterback.
The Colts have the window now, so I think that's why they're scrambling as hard as they can. I don't think anybody, and it's no disrespect to the Colts organization, I just don't think anybody thought there would be this far along this fast, right? You weren't really sure what you were going to get out of Daniel Jones coming out of preseason. You know there was some inkling that he was going to do well, but not sure yet, right? And his first couple games, he came out just slinging the ball. And then you felt really good after the first couple games. Then he goes down, and you're like, man, like this is our time right now, right? Jonathan Taylor's on the cusp of, possibly being the MVP. But that goes away very quickly if you can't throw the ball. That goes away very quickly if you can't throw the ball, because then you got 9 guys in the box. So
I will actually go on and say the opposite, John, that Jonathan Taylor was having one heck of the beginning of the season, and then teams started figuring out how to stop the run. Like, dude, we need to stop. If we stop Jonathan Taylor, then it puts everything on Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
And if we can get them to where it puts everything on Daniel Jones, we have a chance. Where I don't think you necessarily had to shut down Daniel Jones and then hope that Jonathan Taylor kind of messes up. You know what I'm saying? Like I because the games they lost, I don't think Jonathan Taylor had very good games. I could be wrong.
You might not be wrong, but Jones is averaging over 250 a game. I mean that's the thing is they rely on his arm to stay in these games, and I think at times then at least it gave Jonathan Taylor a chance to have to run as hard as he did, but you make him one-dimensional when you take a quarterback out, and all 3 quarterbacks are out. So now it's just either you run or you depend on this Lincoln guy, so or Riley rather. But what I think?
I honestly think that maybe I'm Phillip Rivers. I'm sitting at home and I'm watching TV and I'm going, I mean, Joe Flacco's still doing it. Why can't I do it? Call me. I need some more money.
I need some more money.
I picked the Bengals to win this game, dude.
I picked the Bengals, man.
I did. I picked the Bengals to win this game, and they were so close to win.
They were.
Bills get the win, 39-34. It was this is like the classic, Northeast winter cold type of game in the snow. Just a straight out shootout. It was absolutely fabulous. It's good to see Burrow back.
Yeah,
because it makes the Bengals so much more competitive. But kudos to the Bills on bouncing back and getting that win. Some scary stuff. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with the Commanders,
dude. Terrible season, bro.
Oh, dude, the injuries alone that they've amassed is just insane.
It's crazy.
So you had Eckler tore his Achilles, or did he tear? I can't even remember now because it was at the beginning of the season. And then Jaden Daniels and his elbow that didn't look good. And then in this game, Zach Ertz and his leg going backwards. I'm like,
Yeah,
my gosh.
Because like they had a great offseason.
Oh, by far.
Like they just have not put it together, which has been so weird because I would think a team like with Dan Quinn, like Dan Quinn's been a great coach, as a defensive mind at Dallas, and then being here with Washington, like he's been fun to watch, but this season has just not gone their way, and they're definitely looking forward to next year.
They definitely need help on defense. I think they can get younger on defense. I think their defense is just aging. I mean, Bobby Wagner has been in the league for a long time. And at one of the most grueling spots on the defense at middle linebacker. So I definitely think they could get younger. That would not hurt them. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Congrats to Vikings getting that 31-0 win over the Commanders, though. Seahawks just are tearing it up. 10-3, improved to 10-3. They just completely rocked the Falcons, 37-9. Safe to say that the Falcons are just completely discombobulated at the quarterback position now. But moving on to the Ravens and Steelers, I can't say that about either of those teams. Like, you have Lamar. There's no reason why you should be 6-7. You should have won that game.
Yeah,
you should have won that game.
What did you guys think about the overturned touchdown to Isaiah Likely? Do you guys think it should have been a touchdown or no?
So I think it should have been a touchdown. Only because why is there a continuation if he's not going to the ground? I looked at both feet. The first foot missed. That was before he got possession. As soon as he got possession, one foot hit, the other foot hit, and then it gets popped out. Yeah. As soon as that second foot hits, if he's not going to the ground, that should have been a touchdown. That's just my opinion. Yeah. But there's nothing in the video that tells me this is clear. This is evident that is complete, incomplete. Yeah. Now he wasn't in the field of play. So for them to say, well, he got 2 steps and made a football move, like, you're not making a football move in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're already in the end zone.
You're already in the end zone. So it was wild to see. I had to watch it a couple times because the first time I saw it and I saw his leg up in the air, I'm like, oh, maybe he didn't have both feet down. And then I watched it again, and even including that air step, right? He got 2 steps in after that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Ball's still in his hand. What? How is that incomplete?
Yeah.
I mean, this just solidifies that yet again, we don't know exactly what a catch is in the NFL. Sorry, Dez Bryant.
Speaking of Dez Bryant, we were on our way. So we went to Roatan for Thanksgiving break. And in the Dallas airport on the way back, we saw Dez Bryant in the security line for the TSA.
Let's go.
I looked over and I'm like, that looks like Dez Bryant. And then like I was too far behind him to say anything, but my brother was by him, so I was like, yo, is that Dez Bryant? And then my brother's like, hey, are you Dez Bryant? He's like, no, but then after that, my brother overheard him talking to this lady, and she was like, hey, I was trying to FaceTime you for the podcast thing. And we were like, oh yeah, That's Des Bryant. Like, he
Yeah,
was just, like,
that's definitely
like,
Des.
what was
Come
ever
on,
2 years
man.
late for his plane. And I was like, no way, we saw Des Bryant. Like, I couldn't get a picture because I was too far behind him. But crazy.
Broncos improved to 11-2. Dude, the Broncos are just winning every single score game they possibly have. They improved to 11-2 with a win 24-17 over the Raiders. I guess we're just, you know what? I'm gonna backtrack here. We're gonna continue this like Batman type theme, and we're gonna bring in TeslaMase, who's also in the back cave.
What's up, guys? Sorry, I got home late today.
It's all good. It's all gravy. Broncos look solid. I honestly think if the Broncos keep the games close, they cannot be counted out. Like, you would have to beat them by 2 scores in order to win that game.
Nah, I think Bills win the AFC.
I don't know. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think the Broncos can score with the Bills.
I don't think they have to, though.
The Bills have just been so inconsistent, though. Like, I don't trust the Bills right now.
I'm not. Put it this way: I'm not putting money on Broncos to win the AFC, but I am going to do it on the Bills, who've been there before and always run into Patrick Mahomes. So, like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying they don't have a great future. I'm simply saying, like, I'm okay if I'm the Bills going into Denver. Like, the weather's not going to bother me, right? I mean, you know, crowd noise, whatever. Like, we played in Arrowhead. Like I don't know. There's a big difference between Patrick Mahomes and Bo Nix, right? So,
definitely.
So I'm just is Dobbins coming back, or is he out for the year? Like, he doesn't come back. If Harvey's the guy, I mean, he looks good right now. Like, but you're talking about, you know, a rookie running back leading a team to the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know.
I don't even know if I'm calling it Super Bowl. They just look solid.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying though. Like, the AFC favorite to me is like, if I had to pick one team and put money on them, that team would be the Bills.
Guys, it's the Dark Knight himself.
Oh,
Drewski from the Batcave.
Let's go,
Batcave boys.
Man, now I feel left out. I'm about to take off my camera. I love it.
We'll see if I can get it on later.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. We got the Packers getting the 28-21 win over the Bears. Are the Bears frauds?
They're weird too. Like, I don't think they're frauds necessarily, but they can hang with anybody right now, I think.
It's their style of play, man. Everything is a little handoff, a little, you know, dunk and drop it. And I mean, Caleb Williams makes throws here and there, and I'm like, okay, that's a great throw, right? But I'm like, I feel like he's more of just managing the game that right now than a, you know, an elite QB.
Fair.
Yeah, he's also throwing on the run a ton.
Yeah, that too. And I mean, even that touchdown he got, like, you know, 2 inches to the left, it's an interception. 2 inches to the right, it's an incomplete pass. And like, and in my opinion, I'm first and goal from the 1. Like, you shouldn't be throwing that pass. Like, you know.
We should learn from that.
Ben Johnson's got them balling out. I mean, for a first-year head coach to come out and get that team to 9-4,
definitely exceeding expectations for sure.
Oh, by far exceeding expectations.
They're definitely exceeding my expectations. So, good work, Bears.
What I think is crazy is they fell from the 1 seed to the 7 seed. Like that to me is
dropped.
Yeah,
the NFC is competitive right now, man.
The NFC is kind of crazy. The fact that the Niners moved up in rankings despite being on a bye week is wild.
We wanted to move up more, but yeah.
Rams get the 45-17 win over the Cardinals. Biggest question there, where is Kyler Murray gonna go? Thoughts?
To the couch.
Yeah.
To the Athletics.
Oh my gosh.
Baseball
Like-
Colin.
To the couch to play Call of Duty? What? Yeah. I honestly think there's only probably about 4 teams that look like they actually need a quarterback. When I talked to John yesterday, I'm like, well, I mean, he could be an upgrade for the Jets. I think the Browns are settling on their quarterback. Titans are okay with Cam Ward. I'm like, Jets are okay with Dart. Maybe the Vikings, maybe the Saints.
Vikings actually might benefit from him.
Right.
I don't think they would. I don't think they'll take him. I mean, I don't think they're kind of in on JJ McCarthy. Like,
Yeah, it's also early on McCarthy. This is only his first season.
yeah,
But I
like,
was
you don't
telling-
give it to Sam Darnold, start McCarthy, and then pick up Kyler Murray. Like, that's just not. I don't know.
I was telling Mike though yesterday that the Saints might make some sense, right? Like Kyler Murray
Saints
to
too, yeah.
Juwan Johnson, or maybe that helps keep Olave, and maybe they don't try to trade him and try to do a rebuild. Getting a veteran quarterback in there might help.
I had called this earlier in the week, maybe even earlier in the preseason. The Kansas City Chiefs with a loss, losing to the Texans 20-10. Dude,
that Texans defense is elite, bro. Like,
Chiefs
haven't been great on offense, but the Chiefs defense has been so good. Like, they're
by far. By far. The hit Petrie put on Rice made me feel like, oh my gosh, are we going back to real football? Please.
So I read a comment. I read a comment that said online that said, now Rice knows what it feels like to hit someone and take off afterwards.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I saw the play happen and I was like, ooh, I really hope that wasn't head to head, because if it's head to head, like, that's completely different, right? Like, yes, they're trying to take that out of the game, but if it was a legal hit and it was shoulder to shoulder, I'm like, man, that reminded me a lot of like Bob Sanders from the Colts, Brian Dawkins of the Eagles. I'm like, Ed Reed, like, come on, get some hits in there. Let's go. And then tonight's game, Chargers get the OT win.
Mm-hmm.
The OT win, 22-19 over the Eagles in a 5-turnover game for Hurts. If we get video tomorrow of Hurts doing fumbling drills, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I don't know if I can handle that again. Are we really making him go through fumble drills? This is wild. Anything big coming out of the NFL this last week that you guys saw that I missed?
I don't know. I think the main thing for me is just the sad. Well, the upset first for the Saints over the Bucs. I mean, it's not really significant, but I think the main thing for me is just the downfall of the Colts, man. Like, such a great start to the year, and now, no quarterback. Like, so sad to see. Like, they're done. Their season's over, man. You can call it right now.
As soon as his injury happened, I was like, oh man, that gives me memories of like, oh, the Raiders are 12-4. Let's go. We're going to the playoffs. And then Carr broke his leg. And I'm like, oh no. First round exit. This is not good. This is not gonna be
no.
Here's the thing is the Colts kind of went all in this year, right? I mean, they went and got Sauce Gardner and gave up a bunch of picks. Now, like, they could have set their franchise back quite a bit, unfortunately. And Daniel Jones coming off of an Achilles injury isn't where you want to be either. So, I heard they have a call in to Phillip Rivers.
Oh yeah,
We're talking about that.
Who hasn't played in
out.
5 years, bro?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. I mean, I know he was there with the Colts last week.
Maybe Flacco's available again. That's what I would do. He played great.
No, he's still babysitting the QBs up in
up
at the Browns.
Right? Like, is the trade deadline passed?
No, Flacco's with the.
He's with the Bengals now, right?
He's with the Bengals.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Burrow's
chilling.
back.
He's chilling with Burrow.
That's what I would do. I'd be like,
He's not
hey,
doing
Bengals, what do we got to do to make this happen? I'll take Flacco and try to win a few more games.
Yeah.
But I mean, Rivers isn't the only one that is getting calls. Bucks are signing Jason Pierre-Paul after his tryout.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's funny.
I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess they need help on defense. Who knows?
Maybe Tom Brady can play for the Raiders.
Is not only are the Colts falling, like you have Jacksonville and Houston in their own division that look really good. So
yeah,
it's kind of like a combination of things. Like I said, Colts I thought overachieved very early on, right? Even before this week, they were 1-3 their last 4. So, they were spiraling down, and this, they were losing this game when the injury happened too. So, they're done. I mean, their season's over. I unfortunately, their season's over. But I think we also got to give credit to Houston and Jacksonville for the comeback. Like, it's kind of wild this season. I think if you have these teams that started off so poorly, even Miami. I mean, Miami's 6-7, and they were 1-6 at one point, and it's like, man, they're actually in the playoff hunt. You have the Panthers, right? The Panthers, are making this little run. You have all these teams, Baltimore, right, that started off poorly, and even the Bengals, as I said last week, they almost beat the Bills. They almost went to Buffalo and beat the Bills. So I think it's just such a crazy season, to be honest with you. Like, there's so many. Like, I don't know who's good. I still don't know who's good. Like, if I'm any team, I'm like, so my honest opinion, if I had to pick one team who I told John this yesterday, but I'm gonna say it in front of everyone, like, that I fear the most in the entire NFL, it would be the Rams. Yeah, I think the Rams are the most complete team, offensively and defensively in the National Football League. But that being said, outside of them, I really don't know who's good.
Yeah, I agree.
Any given Sunday, sir. Any given Sunday.
Aha.
Let's move on to the college football, because this is insane. So Indiana wins the SEC championship, gets the win over Ohio State. This is just nuts. Okay, so I know Mike has a lot to say about this because there's a lot going on. Notre Dame had, for the last 5 weeks, been ranked higher than Miami and didn't play yet, dropped out of the bracket, and now Miami's in the bracket for whatever reason. There's so many storylines that need to be talked about. What is your guys' biggest surprise out of the bracket that's coming in right now? And how can, I mean, clearly there's a bunch of disgruntled people, especially out of Notre Dame, that, they want answers why they're not in. And I'm honestly, I couldn't tell you why they shouldn't be in.
Well, they shouldn't have been in the first place. That's the issue. So the rankings over the last 3 weeks were just wrong, and they corrected them this week, but it was the wrong rate. It was the wrong week to correct them when both teams essentially did not play.
Exactly.
Like, how do you leapfrog someone with both teams not playing? Like, I mean, it's impossible. Now they got it right, but they did it wrong, if that makes sense. So, I mean, the other thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, we need to not worry about giving James Madison and Tulane a playoff spot. Like I think you should say, hey, if the top team is ranked in the top, or if a non-big conference team is ranked in the top 15, then okay, we can make an exception. But I mean, I read this article that, hey, we got the 12 best teams in the college football playoff. So first game, James Madison at Oregon favored by 21 points. Like,
yeah,
oh yeah, these are the top 12 teams. So the difference between number 5 and 12 is a 21-point difference, right? Like I'm just saying, like, this is it's silly. It's yes.
Ole Miss and Tulane are 17.5. So
that's my point. I mean, and that's Ole Miss without a coach, right? Like Ole Miss is if Lane Kiffin's still there, that's easily over 20 points. So it's interesting. I'm glad Bama. Keep in mind, I like Bama, right? But I'm glad they did not go backwards for losing in a championship game. But one could argue that BYU did, right? Because BYU is technically ahead of Miami. So how does Miami jump? It's like it's just hard because like one argument is a counter argument for the other side. You know, like well, why'd Bama get in? Well, we're not gonna make them go backwards for losing in the conference championship. Well, but BYU did. Like, I mean, BYU has the 2 losses to the same team, right? And so there's just so many facets to it, and I think the committee's still learning, but ultimately they got it right, in my opinion. Like, based on the format these are the 12 teams that should be in the playoff. They just did it very, very wrong over the past 2 weeks.
So do you know who the quarterback is for Tulane?
Jake Retzlaff.
BYU.
Yeah, he's the Jewish quarterback that was attending BYU.
He's a local kid too.
Yeah, he's from Corona.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
Essentially, so for those who don't know, he was BYU's quarterback last year, and there was an allegation that this girl came out with some allegations that said no, we had unconsensual relations, essentially. Well, in order to defend himself, he had to come out and say, no, those were consensual relations. And by doing so, basically admitted to breaking BYU's student bylaws. So gets him kicked off of the team and out of BYU. So then he transfers to Tulane and is in the playoff. Had that not happened, I mean, how did this is so wild. And now BYU is out. But if he was with BYU, would BYU have been in?
I don't know. Bear Bachmeier balled out this year. Like he did what was necessary. I don't know, man. It's tough.
Like, oh, what is happening? Indiana's balling out. They are just straight balling. And I've seen a bunch of clips of their coach and how
Google me.
Sound bites. Oh my gosh. They are great. They are absolutely great. We're like, what I'm sorry, what was our record? 10-0? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
I like
still
that
don't
guy.
think they win it all, personally. I don't think they I
think they got a tough road.
So they luck out because Georgia and Ohio State will meet in the semis potentially. Because I don't think they could beat Georgia, and I don't think they would beat Ohio. So here's the thing: they played well. Ryan Day I'm sorry, but on 3rd and 1 from the 6-yard line, when there's 3 minutes left in the game and you've just driven the ball 80 yards, you don't throw a pass to the end zone, number one, unless you're going for it on 4th and 1. Like, it makes no sense. I don't know if you guys watched the end of that game, but it was like, why are you kicking it? I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. You've literally just driven it down their throat. And even if you, like, why are you throwing it? Just keep wasting the clock, get the touchdown and win the game, or kick the field goal at the end. Like, run it on 3rd down and 1 if you're going to kick a field goal. They go for a pass towards the end zone, which if it was caught, you give Indiana the ball back with under 2 minutes, I believe, at that time, or right around 3 minutes. But it's like, what are you doing? I just, it was such a weird call. Like, talk about not, like, Andy Reid going for it on his own 30-yard line. Ryan Day's not going for it on the 15 on 4th and 1 with the superior back that they've just ran it down their throat. Like, just blows my mind. Like it needs to be talked about. Now, that being said, I think the game mattered more for Indiana. I think it meant more to Indiana. That's the reason why I say if Ohio State gets them again in the playoff, I lean Ohio State. They just have too much talent on their team. But so happy for Indiana and what it meant for their coach and the team and the players and the bond that they all have. It's really, really good for them.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys know who the receiver is for Ohio State?
Oh yeah, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah,
he's a stud.
So, do you know that he is actually making more this year?
Yes,
at $4.2 million than JSN is.
Dang,
at $3.6 million in the NFL.
Wow.
Yes, I did know that.
Isn't that wild? That is so wild that you're in college, and this is where I think things are wild because you're now telling the kid like, well, why am I going to jeopardize or take a pay cut to go to the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
I might as well play.
So okay, I have a question for you though. To be fair on that, does that include JSN's endorsements? Because I believe that NIL has to disclose everything, and that's included in that 4 point something. So I do believe JSN's actually making more, in my opinion. I don't know, but I'd have to imagine that his salary is 3 point something versus the NIL, which is the inclusion of endorsements.
There's another story of a kid that played on Georgia last year, entered the transfer portal. He was getting paid a bunch of money, entered the transfer portal, ends up leaving. Well, now teams are actually putting in their contract that if you leave via transfer portal, that you'll actually have to pay back some of the money that was owed to you. And so now the kid is actually being sued by the school for back payment. I'm like, ooh, now we're getting into the nitty gritty.
Wait, like Brandon Ayuk type thing?
I'm good with that too.
Yeah.
I didn't look too far into the story, but I was like, dang, that sucks.
I saw that too. It's crazy.
That sucks. With that said, okay, so I'm gonna name off the 12 teams in the college football playoff. I want to know what your guys' top 4. Okay, who do you guys see in the semis? I'll go in order. So Indiana's at 1. You got Ohio State at 2, Georgia at 3, Texas Tech at 4, Oregon at 5, Ole Miss at 6, Texas A&M at 7. You have Oklahoma at 8, Alabama at 9, Miami at 10, Tulane at 11, and James Madison at 12. Anybody got James Madison in the semis? Anybody? Do I got any takers? No, not putting any money down, huh? Need to pay rent. All right. Who do you guys see in the semis?
Do they don't reseed?
I don't think so.
No, right? It's all the same.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's all the same. The bracket's laid out on ESPN.
So I'll go my final. That's tough. So I'll go my finals. I'll go my final 3. Because I don't know Georgia and Ohio State. I just can't pick right now. I think Georgia and Ohio State are the 2 best teams in the country, personally, based on what I've seen.
Okay.
The problem is they will play each other in the semis, so I can't pick them both to be in it. But I will take Georgia and Ohio State as in one of those 2 teams will be in the finals, and I'm going to go with Texas Tech as my other team. I think Texas Tech is really good. So I think Texas Tech beats Indiana, or someone beats. I don't know that Oklahoma's defense is legit. I don't know that they could score against Indiana. So they have Venables
We're just picking
over
top
there.
4, right?
Yeah. Like who do you think is going to be in the semis? So in that top bracket, out of that top bracket, does Indiana end up beating Alabama or Oklahoma?
No. Oh, yes. No, yeah,
okay, so we'll put them in the semis.
Oklahoma, they don't stand a chance against Indiana.
And I'm gonna assume Oregon's winning this game. Does Oregon win against Texas Tech?
I think Oregon could, but I think Texas Tech's defense takes it.
Fair enough. And then this bottom bracket is pretty much unanimous. I don't think all Miami or Texas A&M is beating Ohio State.
But the thing is, A&M is only seeded at 7 because of their loss to Texas at the end of the year. Yeah. And you could still argue A&M is a top 4 team in the country. Like, I think, dude, if we get A&M and Ohio State, that'll be a great game. That's a great quarterfinal game, and I could see Texas A&M going all the way. But
see, I disagree with you, Jack. I don't think A&M's tested. I think I think if you look at who they played, like how they ducked all these teams in the SEC is just wild to me. Like, they didn't play Bama. They didn't play. I'm sorry, they did play Bama, but they didn't play Georgia. They didn't. I mean, you look at all the SEC teams: Oklahoma, Georgia. They only played like one of them. I'm like, how the heck are you in the toughest conference? Ole Miss. How are you in this and you only play one of these teams? You know, like I don't think. Yes, they beat Notre Dame by 1 point. They had to come back versus Arkansas. I mean, incredible comeback. But I mean, I don't think they're that good. My opinion, based on what I've watched, I don't think they're that good. Plus, they have one of the best home field advantages in the country. That's a good point. And so now you take them away from their military school, and it's a whole different, ball game. So I'm not sold on A&M. I am shocked they fell down so far, but I'm not personally. I'm not a believer of them yet.
Interesting.
Matter of fact, I think Miami's only a 3-point dog in that game.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't even be shocked. Think about that. That's Carson Beck, right? So Carson Beck last year was at Georgia. A year and a half ago was at Georgia. Played against A&M, right? He knows how the SEC schools play. And Miami's really rolling right now and out to prove that, the committee was right. I'm actually going to take an upset in round 1 in that one and take Miami over A&M.
Ooh.
I like it. Then you have
Let's see who's right. Mike and Jack. All right, I'm going to take Tulane, Miami. I'm going to get one of these upsets right.
Yeah, James Madison.
Alabama.
Right. You probably get one of them right at least.
Actually, Bama probably will win.
I actually could see it just being Texas, Indiana, Georgia, Ohio State with no I don't know. College football seems pretty.
I think they definitely seeded the top teams a lot better than they did last year with the new format. The only thing they need to fix, kind of like what Tesla was talking about earlier, the big fix is the 11 and 12 seeds because, it's great to reward those schools for what they did, but if we're trying to watch entertainment, we're trying to watch the best football possible, and the best football possible is in those 11 and 12 seeds. Either pick 2, Notre Dame, Vandy, BYU, Texas, 2 of those 4, and I mean, because no one wants come on, James Madison, Tulane, they have no shot, it's not happening. So
hey, 12-1, James Madison. They need to fix that.
I think that by next year, and I think next year I think will be a better playoff to watch. But that's just me.
Agreed.
Is there anything that they need to fix outside of getting the bottom half of the bracket right?
32 teams. Let's go. March Madness 64.
I saw some random thing that they were like, let's get it's going to be an 80 team league essentially. So you'll have 10 teams in 8 different leagues, all by region. Okay, so I mean, yes, you are splitting up the SEC and ACC, which will never happen because of all the, media contracts they already have signed. But he's like, then you play everybody in your division, right? And then whoever comes out, okay, so you've played every team once, so you got 9 games. You play every team once. Whoever gets into their division championship, whoever wins that division will give you 8 teams, and then you have a playoff of those 8 teams. That's just what it's going to be. Regardless of, we did really good during the season, but we lost the championship game, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you don't make the same excuses in the NFL.
Yep.
The Patriots went
True.
18-0 or 16-0 and then got to the Super Bowl and lost. Like, well, you just lost. That was it.
That's
You
true.
could have won it. You could have ran the table, but you lost in the champion. You lost when it mattered. Like that's
Call it the
I
Premier
don't know.
League, the Champions League.
Exactly. Yep. Take the
Right.
top 3 and move them out, and the top 2 move
Yeah.
up.
You could have different tier levels, and then you can earn your way up to the higher tiers as a school as you recruit and win for a year. And the only thing is, it would be tough for the smaller schools or the schools in the lower tiers to recruit. That'd be
You'd
tough.
have to have a higher number. Yeah, you'd have to have a higher number of like the Premier League and La Liga and all that. They only do 3 teams, right? So the bottom 3 teams get relegated, and then the top 3 teams from the Division 2 move up. Like you'd have to widen that to the bottom 10 teams and the top 10.
It's
teams or
already
something
called
like that.
football. I mean,
Yeah,
might as well just embrace.
that's true.
Just embrace everything.
Although
The
did you hear
scheduling,
Trump
everything,
wants
all
to
the
change it?
leagues.
Trump told him to change it after the World Cup draw the other day.
You know what though? This 12-team football is still so much better than AP poll ranking. I'm sorry, I'm excited there's a playoff at least.
But let me ask you. Let's go. So I don't know if you mentioned it before I jumped on. If you did, I'm sorry. But so Notre Dame got snubbed, one could say, right, based on last week's rankings. What are your guys' thoughts on them declining to play in any bowl game? That to me seems very unchristian like from a Catholic school to
Whoa.
I don't know.
Shots
I mean,
fired.
it seems very poor sporty, right? I mean, I
There you go.
understand you're
Yep.
upset, but
100%.
I know there's other schools that did it. Auburn did it.
I kind of
Baylor.
forgot there were bowl games, guys.
So that's the other thing is like are there even should we even have other bowls anymore? Like that's the other.
Yeah, of course. We got to.
Yeah, you got to. I think you got to.
But when you have teams like Auburn, when you have all these teams, I forget there's like a handful. I think Baylor opted out, Auburn opted out, and they got fined $50,000. But who cares? Like I think it sucks for the players, right? Because there's got to be a player that wants to showcase. But I mean, at the end of the day,
What's the motive for not doing the bowl game?
See, that's
don't get injured.
No, so I mean, I think there are a couple sides to this. Like on one hand, right? I think the big part of it with Notre Dame is I think in Notre Dame's case, I think it is a little bit embarrassing and childlike to be like, okay, like we missed the playoffs, so like screw you guys, we're not playing in a bowl game, right? But at the same time, I think them opting out of a bowl game is somewhat necessary in a way because then it also, sends this message to the committee that like, hey, like we need to change these rules, like we need to get these 11 and 12 seats changed out because, as great as it is that, these little schools, kind of like how we mentioned before, like we need to see the 12 best teams, not these 2 group of 5 conference champions, right? So I think that's one part of it. But at the same time, kind of like what you were saying, Tesla, like I think those players now, because of the school's decision, it's like, well, all these seniors, they're done because of the school's decision, like they don't get this last chance to go out on a high note, and Notre Dame is going to beat anyone they play in a bowl game, right? Like, just like having that opportunity is, it's a big loss for Notre Dame, but at the same time, I don't know. I think it's good to send that message and get those rules changed so that we have a better playoff for next year.
Well, and they're saying like, oh, the players agree, and I'm like, well, some of them probably raised their hand, just because they didn't want to be the one guy to say he doesn't agree, right? I mean, at the end of the day, come on, like, I think it's petty. I don't know. I like I said, I just think it's kind of ironic that the one school who's doing it is a Christian school, and it's not conveying the proper message, I think, to everyone.
So $50,000 is a drop in the bucket, I would imagine, for some of these schools, right? But like, what if they got fined $500,000 or $1 million? Like, is that sending the right message? Because at the end of the day, like there are still bowl games to play, right? And so I don't know if they have to have a filler team or whatever, or if it's the next team up. But man, to just not play a bowl game, I think is very childish in my opinion.
Yeah.
Super Soleil, what's up? He says sponsors are going to sue Disney for this. Oh, yeah, by far. So essentially, there's this conspiracy about ESPN just made a deal to have a bunch of the college football playoffs on their network, right? To the tune of like $7 billion or $7.8 billion.
Right.
So then what's ESPN's how are you gonna make that money back? Okay. Like he Super Sully said Jack Gatsby should have taken Notre Dame route and opt out of
Dang.
Oh,
Shots fired.
dang. My
That
guy.
was brutal, man.
That's
Dude,
not even a
Jahmyr
shot.
Gibbs.
That's
Jahmyr
like a
Gibbs ran
bazooka.
all over me, bro. Like, that was terrible.
Bengals
Number one
fans
seed in the
fire.
playoffs, and then my journey's
yeah.
over like that, dude.
Jack's like the Eagles today.
Oh,
Leave it to Super Sully to comment. He hasn't been on the podcast, and I don't even know how long. Comes in at the very end, knowing that he darn well just bounced somebody from the playoffs.
That was terrible. Yeah, respect.
Yeah,
respect
next
to
year
him,
this
though.
shouldn't be the playoff week though. We're ending too early. I already talked to Mike about that.
Yeah, that was my fault. I'll take ownership of that. I blame Gino.
Here's one quick note, a side thing. So I've watched these games over the last few years, these bowl games, and you have to understand, unless it's the playoff, a lot of the good players aren't even playing it anyway though. So they're
Mhm.
saying, hey,
Yeah.
I'm projected to go top 3 rounds in the draft. Why am I gonna get risk getting injured and hurt my potential, career for some random bowl that we've never heard of, the Gronk Bowl, right? I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, so maybe these teams are doing that with the intention of, because I'll be honest, like some of these games, once the playoff got expanded to 12 teams, I was like, okay, so all these other bowls aren't really like the New Year's bowls, right? The
Yeah.
the Orange Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, right? That were always like these big games. Now these are the playoffs, so like really, that's all we care about. So I get the other side of it, and I think it's changing the dynamic of it. Um, maybe we don't take six wins to schools anymore to qualify for a bowl game. Maybe you up that to 8-win teams, and you're actually getting more better teams. But the reality is, again, I mean, you still have teams like Auburn and Notre Dame saying, "Hey, it's just not worth it." Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear both sides of it. Like, put it this way: the running back on Notre Dame, Love, right? He's gonna go first round, I would imagine, in the draft. He's a stud, Jeremiah Love, and so if I'm him, I'm like, hey, we didn't make the playoff. Like, why do I want to play in a bowl game? Like, I'm gonna be a first round pick. Why am I gonna risk anything?
So to sum that up, like I'm just gonna summarize it here. What you're trying to say is that you shouldn't make the play, or not even play a bowl game, because essentially like some of those bowl games aren't even competitive. Like a lot of those kids are just playing for their own rings because they know they're not going to make it into the league, or maybe they'll find themselves on a practice squad, or who knows. But you're right. That's what the bowl games have come down to. Like the good players that know they're going high rounds in the draft that aren't even playing in the game. Like, why are we even doing that? I don't even know. Super Sully said I think the playoffs expand, and each round will be sponsored like bowl games. Oh, he's like, can't wait for the playoff bowl season. Yeah, neither can we. If speaking of Super Sully, we're gonna need that app out right away so we can do our bowl picks on that app. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Shoots, cuz. Drew, you got 5 minutes, my friend. 5 minutes. Give me an NBA ramble, like,
oh man.
5 minutes of the NBA. Hit me with it.
Okay,
and don't hit me. And when I say hit me with it, I don't mean like hit me like Bane hit OG.
That was definitely. I just saw he actually got fined. So he got called for a tech in the game, and they fined him afterwards for that play. So
Oh my, bro, I would have been so mad.
Hey, props for OG for not socking him in the face afterwards. I thought he was
Yeah.
just like, "What's up with that?" What I want to know is what the beef was. Obviously, Bane and him were getting into it or something during that game, but no, the storyline is LeBron scored 29. It's always LeBron. Till he retires, the storyline is always LeBron.
Let's
So
go.
he scored 29 points, he iced it, and then the Suns actually deserve a shout out. They were down by like 6-7 points around there, and yeah, thank you, Jack. And they came back and won by 5 in like the final like 40 seconds against Minnesota.
Dang,
Kind of ruined Edwards' 40-point game, but that was pretty crazy. Something interesting is the Suns. Mark Williams for the Suns has been playing really, really well, and that's the guy that the Lakers nixed the trade on and kept Dalton Connect instead. And he's having a great season. Mike, have you watched him at all? I know you're a Suns fan, man.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him, to be honest. I think, I mean, I've been impressed with the Suns just in general. Royce O'Neal's been playing some heavy minutes too and doing pretty well.
He won them the game today, basically.
Yeah, no, he's been doing really well. They've Brooks is doing what he needs to do. Like he's actually been scoring more than I really thought. But they didn't, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't even have Booker
No, they
today,
didn't.
right? So yeah, they're doing really well. But Mark Williams has been much better than I thought he would. I mean, he's only averaging 12 points a game, but you know, he's the Suns needed a big, and you know, we can't run five guards like we want to, but like with Durant last year, Durant was a big, but ultimately he's a guard, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's a tall guard. So I think we're more in our traditional team. We have some defensive guys. We have some 3-point shooters in Grayson Allen, and even Gillespie's playing his lights out as of late too. So
Yeah, Royce O'Neal can shoot. Booker, even Brooks, who's like not really known, he can spot up and hit a three. You know.
I know. Imagine when we get back Green from injury too, right? I mean, that's crazy. So
You had him for a minute, but yeah, I mean, 14-9. I think Suns are doing pretty well considering. I think a lot of people had them not making the playoffs this year, so they're kind of a bright spot in the NBA right now. They're playing well. And Mark Williams, I think with him, he's just 7'2". He's just a beast. That's all you really need is that guy to stand there and rebound. So, but yeah, LeBron, man, hit a fadeaway. That was nuts. He hit to seal the game against the Sixers, and he actually scored the last 10 points in the fourth quarter to win the game. So, props to the old man.
Top player in history.
He's gonna be 41 in a couple of weeks, dude.
Hey, I was actually really worried about him. He looked awful. In the game against the Suns, there's this whole like thing that kept going around on the internet where he's joking around with the Suns players, and Redick is screaming at him, and he can't hear him. He's just like chatting with some buddies on the Suns bench, and Redick calls a timeout and just like, dude, I just called a timeout because you're not listening, man. Like it was pretty crazy. And so I was kind of getting worried. I'm like, does LeBron just not care? Like, what's going on? He's scoring like 10 points a game. But it was nice to see him play well. So
it'd
be nicer to see him in person. I was looking at that today. I forgot to tell you guys. They play on the 28th and the 2nd, January 2nd. So one's Sacramento and one was. But the tickets right now are starting at like $190 a ticket. So,
jeez,
I was shocked at how much.
And that's like with your back touching the wall, right? Like
yeah, that's like to get in. They actually have this Lexus Club, so it's like $140, and it includes a general admission. But I don't think you actually have a seat.
All standing room only.
But we have the games that we could choose from is the 28th. I think you'll be here too, Jack, if I'm not mistaken, at that time, right? You'll be down here or no?
Yeah, I'll be down there from the 20th to like the January 5th or something like that.
Let's go.
So yeah, so what's crazy is they play this 28th versus Sacramento, the 30th versus the Pistons, and then they play the Grizzlies on January 2nd and January 4th, which I think is kind of crazy. But anyway, that's all during that winter break. So if we want to try and we can wait till last minute, but I think
it would be cool to see
with the boys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we may have to take Jack to a Clipper game and be a lot
That'd be
less.
sick. I want to see their new arena too. I haven't been.
Dude, their arena's
seen it.
insane.
I mean, I've never been to a Lakers or Clippers game, but it'd be dope.
I've been to
Yeah.
quite a few.
But
Like
you can get Clippers tickets
different
for like $12. So
Let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate that.
hey, I wish the Lakers were that accessible, man. But it's just gonna get worse.
Let's
with their
start
new
losing and
owner.
they will be.
Not with how good they are.
Speaking of, okay, before
It's $51, Andrew.
Well, yeah, this week I'm talking about like a week
No,
ago. There were literally $9 tickets to go to the Clippers. I
the
almost
28
went. I was
versus
like,
the Pistons.
what am I doing? I should be going.
Oh, yeah, $36 for the Kings on Tuesday the 30th. So we could go to the Laker game and then afterwards hop over.
just
to the
walk
Clippers.
straight over.
Or drive a little while, actually.
Yeah. Okay. I want your guys' last take, and I want you to predict. We'll say a time frame of when the Thunder are going to get their next loss.
Ooh.
So I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a minute to look at their schedule.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. The next, so they got Phoenix, Clippers, Wolves, Memphis, San Antonio on the 23rd, and then again on Christmas Day. Then you got Philly, Hawks, Portland, Golden State, January 2nd.
December 31st, Portland.
Oh yeah, you
Calling
going
it right
December
now.
31st?
2 games that lost to Portland. That'd be
Only
funny.
Portland. That's the only team that can beat them.
I'm gonna
That'd
go
be
Friday the
insane.
19th at Minnesota. They lose that game.
You going at Minnesota? Jag, you got an opinion, John?
I think they lose at San Antonio the 23rd.
See, I was gonna pick either one, but I'll go with Timberwolves. Like I'll go with Minnesota. I think they'll lose that one.
Bro.
Y'all know I'm not a basketball fan.
You got them going 81-1.
Basketball going on.
They're gonna lose to the Chicago Sky. Bang! Butter pecan. Ooh. I'm gonna go January 2nd. I think they lose to Golden State.
You
Just
think
because
they finished the year with 1 loss, huh?
That's nuts.
I mean,
but
maybe.
it feels like they're
You
never
never
going to
know.
lose again. So that's what it feels like.
They just they got good chemistry. That's like they just have good chemistry. All right, let me get this up here. If you are still watching, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube at JAMM Packed. No, I guess I'll put us back up. On YouTube at JAMM Packed Podcast. Click on that notification button to view us live. We're live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Although that is about to change by the new year.
Hey.
We are working on a couple things and might move our live sessions to subscription only, and then only put out the videos maybe a week afterwards, or maybe the next day. Depends. So that is subject to change. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at JAMM Packed Podcast. We are trying to reach out to more of our East Coast guys. I know it's super late, starting at 9 p.m., which is one of the reasons why we're going to be changing the time frame here. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you can also find us on TikTok at JAMM Packed Podcast. As always, fellas, it is always a pleasure to talk ball with you guys. I know there's a bunch of stuff coming up. There you are. A bunch of stuff coming up, bunch of games coming out. I love the Christmas season, man. It's Christmas season. There is so much good football being played. Congrats to the guys who won state championships in high school over this past week. I know Washington State had their championships. Sumner won 4A. I know O'Day ended up repeating in the 3A, and Archbishop Murphy ended up winning that 2A. That congrats to you guys. Campbell in Hawaii got their first state championship of their entire history. Nobody ever saw that coming. Congrats to Campbell. But congrats to anybody else in the high school ranks playing for a championship. Good luck to you. As always, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of JAMM Packed.
Let's not forget there's a World Cup coming up here soon.
Let's go.
Yes. Are we hitting up a game?
Oh, dude,
Do we have hookups?
No.
no.
Well, there you go.
I never know until I ask. I don't know.
I mean, they're pretty expensive, so
yeah. Oh, I figured that. I figured they would be super expensive.
So party at your house. Watch the game.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Yes. Bro was not even here. He made that happen. I love it.
By June, my house should be done. So hopefully.
So when does that come down?
Well, it should. When's the World Cup?
Yeah.
June, July next year.
Oh, yeah, I might come down.
There we go. You're welcome.
Just bring shorts. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
It's not no Washington weather, bro.
Yes, to have my jacket on.
Yeah, you got your jacket on inside.
Yep.
That's an outdoor jacket. Anyways, make sure you guys subscribe and tune in next week. Until then, be sure to be kind to one another. Take care of each other. Be safe. Please, please, please be safe. And we'll see you guys next week. Later, fellas. We're gonna leave Bro up here by himself.
Yo, it's jam packed. Turn the volume to the max. Every episode hitting like a fresh new track. We got the juice, the vibe, the facts.
Bro, come back.
Close. It's time to unpack. Mic check 1 2. We breaking the mold. Story so bold. Got the heat and the cold. From culture to combo.
Come on, bro.
Never play flat. Every beat, every word. Yeah, jam packed. J for the jokes, A for the art, M for the moments that hit from the heart, M for the magic, the mind, the map. Put it all together, now you're jam-packed. Tune in, lock in, we're taking you higher. Fuel for your thoughts, spark for your fire. No filler, no fluff, just truth intact. This ain't just a pod, it's jam-packed. Yo, it's jam-packed. Turn the volume to the max. Every episode hitting like a fresh new track.